Hey everyone, welcome to GrayManPrepping. It's Tactical Tuesday, but it's the last Tactical Tuesday of the month, so we're going to be going a little bit weird here tonight with the fear porn. Excuse me, stuff. And tonight's topic is after the gold is confiscated. So, what are your plans going to be now? All righty, how's everybody doing out there?
Hello.
How you doing, Corky?
Good.
All right. And for the, this is actually Courtney from Wild Family Farm.
Yep.
And I froze. Oh, before we get into everything else, got to do a shout out for what Courtney is running over on her channel. The weight loss challenge, or team challenge going on here.
Yep.
And we got two teams. We got Laura at Hedgehog Homestead is one of the team captains of the Over Hedgers, and then we have Carol at Fishes and Loaves Life is team captain of Jaws.
The Jaws, yes. Team Jaws and Team Over Hedgers. And
you can still get in on it. To get in on it. Basically, we're helping each other lose a little weight. Yeah. So
right.
we're making a game out of it to help it, to encourage everybody to lose weight. And the official weigh-in kickoff is Sunday, September 4th, right?
Yep. September 4th to November 5th.
Yeah. So you can still go over there to White Family Farm and is it on the? Have you put it on the community tab yet?
I haven't really done anything yet. I hadn't had the opportunity, but okay. Everything will be posted on the community tab and all the teams and stuff like that. If you let me know, I will let you know what team you can be on. We wanted to do an even amount of people so that it's fair. So let me know and I'll set you up with a team. And we'll do once a week weigh-ins and like a little meeting type deal once a week. Won't be like an hour long, maybe 20 to 30 minutes long. And you have to give your weight to the team member, to the captain. Yeah. No one else knows your weight, just the captain. And there'll be a collective weight. And whichever team loses the weight, loses the most weight, will win.
Yeah. So. Or you can be like me. I'm going to put out a short video on it anyways, once a week. This is my weigh-in.
Yeah, you can do that. And there's hashtags and all of that. I do have a video out. You can watch it if you want to, but there's hashtags. So if you want to do like your own personal journey, you can do that and just hashtag the team. Show them your inspiration, Everybody needs a little kick, Yeah. And so I think that would help as well.
And really, as preppers, we should be prepping our bodies for poop hitting the fan.
Yes, I am so excited today. I bought a giant thing of protein shake mix. So I'm going to be doing protein shakes a couple times a day, and then have a dinner. And so hopefully that usually helps me lose weight. So
tomorrow morning, tomorrow being Wednesday is the kickoff for Costco's book, the savings book. So I'm going to hit Costco tomorrow, but I'm also going to hit Winco because Winco has a great selection of frozen veggies. So I got to stock back up the freezer.
Yep.
And so I can have my cauliflower, my broccoli, my spinach, frozen carrots, spinach, peas.
Yeah,
spinach. I like spinach.
Excited. I'm just super excited to do this, and fall's coming, and for me, fall is a big thing, like, because you feel like going outside. It's cooling down typically. You feel like walking. It's usually beautiful. The leaves are turning. It's kind of like a sweatshirt weather. So
it's my team captain.
Hey. What's up?
All right.
By the way,
all right.
Did you see what Cosmic Cultivator made for you guys?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know if he emailed you, but he made a banner for you guys and a banner for fishes for your team.
Cool.
And it is awesome. It is
Nice.
looks really graphic, like he really put some time into it. So
nice. Yeah. That's so nice of him.
Yeah, it's super cool. So I'll Facebook it to you.
Okay.
All righty. Yeah, we'll come back to this after we go through the fear porn. But first, I want to say hi to everyone. First one in here was the team captain. Is one of the team captains of Shed Wars. I'm not in it, so I can say Shed Wars.
I too can say Shed Wars. Shed Wars. Shed Wars.
Shed Wars.
Yeah. Next one in was CR. That's Creative Redundancy, our friend from north of the border.
Hi, CR.
Hi, CR.
And I froze. And then we have Where to Begin Homestead. Kaylin Strain's in the house.
What's up?
Who else snuck in? Okay. CB is here. That's Hugo Homestead.
Yay, CB.
Yeah, it's Lewis, the Marshmallow Man, is here. Kathy D, Salt and Light.
Good to see you.
Go on down here. See who else came in next. Thought Courtney's talking to everybody there. Everyone's chit-chatting back and forth. Garden State Gardener is in the house. Woohoo!
Whoop, whoop.
And getting down close to the bottom here. It's going to jump on me.
Ginger.
And
Best McQuarrie.
Best McQuarrie. What's up, girl?
Tip Top Farms, Skinner Farms, Ginger Ninja, Past McQuarrie, and I'm caught up. Woohoo!
Hey, Tip Top. Nice to meet you. I haven't met you before.
Yeah. So we're looking pretty good here. We got looks like we got 2 lurkers because we got 15 thumbs up and 13 watching. So if they've been lurking and not typing a thing, YouTube kind of drops them off until they make another comment. Then But hey.
I'm late because I was telling my husband about what we're doing with the weight loss thing, and he was very excited. He was excited.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
He's like, good. I'm so happy for you guys. Yay, that sounds great. So
that's cool.
All righty. So let's take a look at this of all the fear porn things I've done. This is probably the one that actually scares me the most and has the greatest chance of coming to fruition. And some people go, what I'm talking about? What I'm talking about is, I got to give out the warning. Oh, fear porn, Kool-Aid drinking, couch camping, and Cheeto eating zone ahead. Okay, here we go. Because it happened before under the socialist leader FDR. And back in 1933, he did a presidential executive order, not a congressional law, an executive order, and confiscated all gold certificates, gold bullion, coins, anything except for jewelry and specific art pieces that were already in existence. And anybody want to do anything artwork with gold, they had to get a special waiver from the Treasury Department.
Hey, Ginger.
So
I wonder how that affects my daughter. Sells gold.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that affects her.
And I say, what? Yeah, it actually happened, folks. It did happen. And I was hoping that Anthony from Penelope Perry could come up here. He's done a couple videos on it already, talking about the actual history of the entire gold seizure and how it ended. So, but yeah, so it was, and this was posted in all the post offices, and so executive order, not congressional law. It was how do I want to put this? No other way to put it. It was a Gestapo tactic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So gold.
The people in power would never do that.
Huh?
The people in power would never do that. Sorry.
I'm trying not to swear.
I know.
So gold is the basis of most country's currency. And there are rooms and rooms of gold around. And this is Fort Knox. But hey, wait a minute. I found this news article and it freaked me out a little bit. Fake bars in Fort Knox. And I think, okay, this is going to be a phony baloney thing. But when I actually read it, let me see. Let me go ahead and pull us back to us here so I can drop that down and bring up the news article. And actually what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to put that news article link in the chat. Should be popping. There it is. It's popping up. Okay. So this was interesting. So what happened was in October of 2009, and this article is written of 2009, there was a transfer of gold from the United States to China. And someone in China goes, this feels funny. And they did tests on it, which basically they drilled a hole in the middle of it and they hit gold, tungsten. So the bars that were shipped over there were salted bars. Basically, it was tungsten bars with a coating of gold on it. And but the tungsten I guess it's close enough to the weight of gold that it didn't throw things off for it was approximate size and everything, and it was the correct ounces, which I think was 400 ounces per bar, and 400 ounces each. There were reportedly between 5,600 and 5,700 bars in the shipment.
Wow.
And it doesn't say whether all the bars had this or how many of them were salted bars. And of course, at the time, there was a lot of accusations going back and forth. No, those are real when we ship them to you. You made those up. You're just trying to get money out of us. Oh, no, you're trying to scam us, back and forth between China and the U.S. Back in 2009. But it was all kept quiet under the table. And only the elitist of the elitists, money brokers and gold movers knew anything about it. All right, and I'm trying to read up here a little bit more on it.
Hey, Josh.
However, that's not the only time. That was the big one. There was a DA investigating New York NYMEX executive, and the same thing came up with that there was some salted gold bars being moved around back in 2004. So, basically fake bars.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Gold Antitrust Action Committee has been pressuring the Treasury, Federal Reserve, to come clean about what all's going on. Now, with this, I found another news article. I gotta switch my other screen around here so I see where I'm going here at. And so I already put that in, so that's that. Okay, so I don't need to have that up anymore. There was another one, stuff going on after, here in the United States, after the 1933 Gestapo tactic gold seizure order by Roosevelt, that in 1958, one of the casinos tried to get permission from the Treasury Department to make a rooster, 14-inch tall rooster out of gold to display for their restaurant, the Golden Rooster. And they said, no, we don't want, that violates the possession of gold by civilians. And so they went ahead and worked on it, got a wood carving of what it was going to go look like, got that done, took it to one of the jewelers, sculptors in San Francisco, asked them if they could do it. They checked with the San Francisco Mint and the reserve there and got permission to do it. They made it, put it on display, and in back in Washington, he goes, "Oh, they flaunted it at us!" And they started, went in, they were federal marshals, and they seized it, went to court, and the federal government lost, and they had to return it. Which started, and that what found up winding up. It was all cumulated about 1965. And that and several other cases started chipping away at that executive order, how legal it was. So, but it has happened in the past. Stuff can happen again. That's why this one makes me nervous. But this one also makes me extremely mad. I want to use my makes me extremely mad the fact that certain people who get elected or into government positions try to use federal agents for their own purposes. And there were several people in the Justice Department who are saying, well, we really can't be, we think that this does meet the requirements and we can't be doing about it. But someone over at Treasury, up in Treasury was, bullshit, we're going to do it. I don't like them flaunting at me. And it's like, hey, dude, you're a public servant. Yeah. But anyways, hey, Jeffrey Allen, how's it going?
Hey.
Now,
thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, and I'm going to post Jeffrey's comment here. All right, a lot of people have been stocking gold bars and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people back in the day turned in, here's all the gold I had, and they turned in like a quarter of what they had and hid the rest.
Yeah.
And there was some people going around trying to do searches. They found a little bit, but most of the stuff they couldn't find stuff on what's going on. So, dang, I'm getting all these notifications popping up. 10 new notifications, 11 new notifications. Everybody must be posting videos right now.
Must be.
Yeah. Anyways, let me go and get rid of that. And so,
okay, Aquarius.
One of the things that dictatorial action by Roosevelt included was gold certificates. It wasn't actual gold, but it was a claim on gold, and they couldn't. We can't let them keep that because they may make a claim on it. And but the other thing that most people realize, the country, for a while, our currency was not based on gold. Prior to that, it was based on silver. And you usually see the dollar bills and the $50 bills and everything said silver certificate on it. And it was based on silver bullion. Now, I can't for sure. I was trying to find it. I thought I had read it once before. My grandmother used to talk about it, that prior to Roosevelt's stealing all the gold from everybody, that sometime earlier they did the same thing with silver. They said, we're switching to the gold standard, everybody turn in your silver. Silver bars, silver coins. They pulled all the silver certificate bills from circulation, but they didn't demand people turn those in. They just pulled them out of circulation. So that's why there's still a lot of them that collectors have as silver certificates, but they're only worth $1. Of course, unless you're a collector, then it can be worth $500 or something just because it's a collectible item now.
Right.
So, so we had silver certificate. They pulled silver from the people. They pulled the gold. Silver came back right away, I guess, after they were on the gold standard for a while. They just, you can own silver again now, but because we're on the gold standard. There are claims by a lot of people that the U.S. Treasury Federal Reserve is getting down to the 25% line of what gold we have to the amount of money we've printed.
Wow.
And, that's why people are thinking, okay, they're getting ready to seize all gold again. Doesn't matter how much gold we're mining, and there have been several mines that have opened up since 1970 that have been significant producing mines, but because they're corporate owned, it's not a big deal as far as gold rush again. But there are a lot of CB. Stop it with those boat accidents. Oh, they can't find my pew-pews. I lost in a boat accident. They can't find my gold. I lost in a boat accident. They're going to be draining every lake around. All right, guys? Don't do the boat thing. She squirreled me, and I lost my train of thought.
Oh, no.
Squirrel, ball, squirrel. The different coinage that's out here now, and the different bars and ingots and different things you can get gold. Someone suggested, hey, everybody may need to check their own bars because they may be getting salted bars. It may be like those little ones may not be, 24 karat gold. It may be a chunk of lead or a chunk of tungsten in the middle with a gold coating on it. So, but my grandmother told me that when they started collecting the gold and stuff, everyone in her family hid their stuff and went in and turned in small amounts. That's all we have. Hey, we're poor farmers. And they kept 90% of the other stuff and buried it or did something with it. So, it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be able to easily be found. So the talk right now is seizing gold. Nobody is talking about them seizing silver. Now, my thoughts on this in a different way is because I don't stock either one. What do I stock? Take a wild guess, Courtney, Laura. What do you think I stock? Food.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because there are several things that were talked about. They've talked about 100 years ago or so. Talked about the economy and things will get so bad that a person will give a pound of gold for a loaf of bread.
Right.
And it's not just gold they'll give up for that loaf of bread. Somebody's absolutely starving, their family's starving. Okay, sign the deed over to your property, and I'll give you a lot of food. And so, that's one of the things, and that's one of the things as homesteaders, gardeners, preppers, survivalists, whatever you want to call yourself, I think we need to be stockpiling is not gold and silver. It's food.
Yep.
All right. Your guys' thoughts on it.
What he said.
You can't eat gold and silver.
Yeah.
And at some point in time, if you're starving, you're not going to want to.
Not only stockpiling food, but also seeds and water and things like that, medical supplies, stuff like that, instead of just gold. Mm-hmm. Because money isn't going to mean anything.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pop down here. CB came up with a good one. Store lead too. Yeah, exactly. Because, hey, if you need to hunt for food, you're going to need the lead to hunt for food.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeffrey's pointing us, it's food and water.
Yeah.
Okay. But what I like about going back to Passamaquoddy's one here, if you're repackaging stuff and canning it, you don't have to have the cans out where everybody can see it.
Right.
You know, your jars and stuff. Just, you know, come on, brain work. Root cellars.
Yep.
Fake wall in the back of the root cellar. You know, a wall with shelves on it, but hey, you push a button here and some shelves open up and, oh, there's a whole, like 10 times as much food behind that.
Yeah. Just don't make it obvious.
Caitlin doesn't have lead for her air rifle. She has steel pellets. She's being environmentally friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Raise possums for trade. That's a good one, Arc Living. But, you know, it's also raise anything for trade, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary Beth Smith. And
learn how to hunt.
I missed in here. Got Arc Living came in. Oh, Wendy, Harnack Farms is here.
Nate.
Hello, Wendy. Hey, Nate.
Yeah, people are saying they're going to take our food. The problem is, if your food is in jars, they're not going to want to take it.
Yeah.
As much. Oh, Kathy said it's in the Bible about the bread and gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So when Robert was a kid, his first treasure hunt was for puddles of silver that melted when the neighbor's house burnt down. He had jars of silver hidden in the walls.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because anyone not born, anyone who was born before or raised in or born during the Depression hoarded their the coins and stuff. And of course, then during the Depression in 1933 is when Comrade Roosevelt decided to steal everybody's gold and give them pennies on the dollar, and they paid pennies on the dollar for it.
It's also, there's a lot of value in learning skills too right now, you know.
Oh yeah.
How to save seed, how to make bread, how to, you know, cook your own food.
And you better learn how to can, because
how to can, how to grow
during the Great Depression, everybody hunted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if everybody's going to hunt, there's not going to be a squirrel, there's not going to be a deer, there's not going to be anything to hunt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you better learn how to can and stockpile that food, baby.
And be prepared to protect your land.
Yeah, gold and silver won't be. You're kind of right. It won't be important during the crash, whatever you want to call it. It'll be it'll be most important once we start recovering, and not when we start recovering. Once we're a few years into recovery,
yeah,
then it'll become even more valuable, because then the price, the value of gold will come up.
Yeah. Charming.
Vacuum sealer is something good to use too. And you can vacuum seal not only the actual vacuum seal bags like Seal a Meal or Food Saver, but you can also vacuum seal the Mylar bags as well.
I don't use the bags as much as I use the sealing jarring for the
vacuum thing on for the jar seals.
Yeah, and it actually, there for a while, it was actually during the Red Dragon, you couldn't get that at all, that attachment for it. Gosh, I waited a year to get it.
Yeah.
So.
Be Charming, I'm not sure if it gets answered to you, but they are going to come for your food. A lot of channels are saying they, being any government agency from the federal, state, county, and cities, are going to be, we're going to confiscate all food and type stuff. You're only allowed to have so much. So that's what they're referring to as they. Mm-hmm. And it's the other they saying that the other they are going to say, you got these guys saying it and they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Saying they're going to come. It's like, no, they're not going to come. They're
going to give you rations, but just like the Great Depression, you're only going to have so much. You're only going to have so much coffee for a week. You're only going to have, you need to watch some of the videos. There's a woman on there on YouTube who she's like 80 or 90 years old, and she makes videos of what they used to make during the Great Depression. And she made donuts on Sunday. That was like the only treat throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
And they, saved up throughout the week so they could have their donuts on Sunday. And they used hot dogs a lot and potatoes and, and stuff like that. Really, I mean, it'll be a shock to most people.
Yeah.
I still haven't ordered it yet. I got to go back into my wish list and see if the price has dropped. I've been busy this week and I haven't been checking it. Usually I check it every other day to see my wish list to see if prices drop so I can get something. But, and like Kaylin says, there's both sizes of the food saver jar sealers. The ones for the regular and the bigger jars. So
yeah, I have those, and I did rice in my jars, and then I have those little bags that you put in there that suck all the oxygen out of it. Mm-hmm. So I put one of those in those jars, and then I seal it. And I've had rice in my. I use the half gallons for that. So I have rice in those, and it worked out pretty good. Hey, Belt Loop. Hey, Uncle Al.
Yeah, I got Uncle Al, Belt Loop, and Urban. Where'd it go? Urban Gardening Chronicles have come in. Hey, guys, gals, and so if we get to the point of doing rations, take the rations. Yeah, like so people think other than your. We'll see you getting rations thinking you're bad off too. But some of the rations you may get, you may be able to use to seasoning other stuff. Maybe rationing salt, they may be rationing sugar and stuff like that.
Yeah, Wendy, it is scary. However, you do need to be prepared. It's not going to be as hard as one would think. There are going to still be good people out there. However, you just need to be prepared. That's all you can do is to stockpile food.
Yeah. And
just be prepared. Try not to be scared. Just be smart.
Wow. Yeah. The chat is just flying here. I stopped to look at one and a whole bunch of things come in there and trying to catch up on the chat, see what everybody's talking about it. Okay, was told food prices will go up 50% soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, one of the things that I got to get on the stick here, and I'm failing at, is I have my chest freezers full of frozen beef, pork, chicken, and I need to start pressure canning it.
Yes.
I need to free up the space.
Well, it's not just good to pressure can that kind of stuff now, but like people like the Broussards, if they didn't can that stuff when hurricane season came around, they would have starved. Because there's nothing around that you can just go to because everyone else is struggling too. Yeah. And if they didn't have that stuff canned, the beans canned, they even said, thank God we had our beans canned because it was just so easy to pop open a jar and cook it versus waiting a day to soak the beans and, and all of that. It was just so convenient for them. And so it's really important to can that stuff as well. I know it doesn't look that great in a jar, but it's something.
But it tastes good. So some of them, people on Facebook, there's a group called Rebel Canners. The originator of it is our Tammy from Rebel Canners here on YouTube. And people talk about stuff. Oh yeah, we had this happen, and I went and pulled out one of my 5-year-old jars of beef stew, and it tasted absolutely great.
Yeah. I bet you the beef in it was like so tender because when you pressure can something, it just like doesn't disintegrate it, but it does.
All right, got to talk on some comments here. So Kathy's talking about needs to get a pew pew, and then Belt Loop talks about ammo is also needed for pew pews. The one thing is, and I know some of you get tired of me talking about it. The alternative to the FFL tracked pew-pews is the pre-charged pneumatics. They're not considered currently. They are not considered a firearm. They don't track the sales, and so but basically they have them up to 72 caliber because it's not a firearm, which is basically the size of a 12 gauge.
But if you are going to get a pew-pew, you want to get the most popular because that is the kind that is going to have the most ammunition. So a 9mm. It's good for protection, and usually women can shoot it fine, and it's going to have the most ammunition because that is the most popular gun.
Now, Courtney, I'm going to slightly disagree with that.
SNMJ.
The when the Red Dragon reared its head and ammunition started disappearing off the shelf, what was the first thing that disappeared? 22s, 12 gauge, and 9mm. I was able to get several boxes of 30-30s, several boxes of 45-70, and if I had one of these guns, I could have gotten a couple cases of the ammunition for it, and that's the 5.7 millimeter, which is what NATO got as had ordered as the replacement to the 9mm. It has more power. It's smaller. It's got a case behind it with more powder in it. You can get more in the magazine than you can the 9mm. Yeah. But right now, unfortunately, it's becoming very popular. But right now, so it's going up.
Yeah.
22s, there's always seems to be the most popular because, I mean, there's 22s around for cats, the kids' first rifle.
Yeah.
Froze here. Yeah. And that was my first rifle. That was my brother's first rifle. And 22s, there is tons of ammunition out there.
Yes, and usually ammunition for a 22 is pretty inexpensive. I mean, it's probably not anymore, but it's probably one of the most inexpensive ones to buy out there.
Yeah.
But going back to pre-charged pneumatics come in 1.77, 22, 25, 30, 357, the actual measurement of 357, which is basically 9mm, 38, 40, 45, 50, and 68 and 72 calibers. No gunpowder. If you can get a mold, you can make your own slugs for it.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the neat things about it is all you got to do is you can get the special 3-stage hand pumps and pump up your air tank, or you can get the pumps, the electric pumps that are either 12 volt or 120, or the ones that do both. And so that's what's on our shopping list here in a little bit, because right now we're loaded up with everything else. In fact,
Dee said that she wanted either a 22 or a 12 gauge, and I highly suggest getting a 22 for you. A 12 gauge, they're great and they're really scary. However, they have a lot of kick, and if you're not used to that, that could be like a grand opportunity for someone to come to you and just take it out of your hand or take it from you.
One of the neat things for survival and hunting is the over-under 22 on top, 410 shotgun on the bottom.
Yeah.
And if you get the 410 shotgun that'll fire slugs, you can hunt a deer with that. Because basically a 410 is a 45 caliber slug.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kathy, I would highly suggest going to a firearms location or something like that, and just going in and asking, hey, can I see a 22? Hey, can I see a 12 gauge? I want to know what these feel like. I want to hold one in my hand. I want to, like, if there's a shooting range, a lot of times you can rent a gun and shoot at a shooting range. I highly suggest doing that. And a lot of those shooting ranges have classes. So you could learn how to shoot And that way you can have more safety. You know, can learn how to check and see if there's a bullet in the barrel, or stuff like that, versus just getting a 12 gauge and thinking that's going to work out for you. And a lot of people do think that way, and unfortunately it doesn't work that way.
Here's the other thing about shotguns. 12 gauge is the big one.
Yes.
16 gauge is a little bit smaller, 20 gauge is smaller, and then 410.
Yeah.
20 gauge is what they market for youth shotguns.
Yeah.
And 20 gauge is what Scout Camp uses, the Boy Scouts of America uses in theirs. It still kick a little bit, but it's easier to control. If you got 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old scouts shooting a 12 gauge, it's something you can handle. And I know Mossberg makes a nice line of 20 gauge shotguns.
Yeah.
So,
not that I'm partial to it. I used to work for the NRA. You can actually go to one of their websites, and I'm pretty sure if you go on their website, you can actually find a shooting range near you with an NRA instructor.
Yeah.
And that might help you out too. It might be a little more costly, but it's a gun safety.
It's good to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might as well not even.
Yeah. There are several trainers here on YouTube that teach classes and stuff. So you can also check out some of those and stuff. If you're in Southern California in the Los Angeles area, Corsair trainers he's a former Marine and a former federal officer, and he does classes on it. And he takes the common sense approach to it, not just the basics, but common sense of how are you going to be using this? What you need to learn to know how to use it in a SHTF situation.
Right.
Hey, Howie.
And I froze again. Hey, Howie. That's our food forest permaculture friend here.
Hey, Howie. Kathy, that's so cool that you want to do that, and that you're that open-minded. A lot of people are really scared.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to be shooting since I was like 8. My dad taught me everything I need to know about shooting. So a lot of people didn't grow up like that, so they're pretty scared. I highly suggest just learning, like going to a gun range and having someone teach you. And a lot of times there's some pretty kick-ass women that will teach you too. And they can teach you how to shoot too.
She'll teach you.
Yeah, Robert, it's most likely not going to be as bad. It's not going to be Mad Max. It would take years generally for us to sink to Mad Max unless it was the ultimate scenario. Where's Belt Loop? Put it in here. Got to find it. The chat's flowing. I got to find it here again. In Georgia, Tarsha at Triple Threat Firearms. She's got a channel. She's been on several of the live streams.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And she loves to work with women, and if she'll talk you through stuff too, and talk about what will work for you, what she thinks you need, all of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking with my wife when back in about the June of 2020 when the Red Dragon panic was going nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her if she wanted me to bring one of my pistols back to California for her. And she goes, we were chatting on thing, and she goes, "I'm military. Give me a rifle." So I took a couple of rifles back there, and then of course my son bought his 4570 with basically the Buffalo rifle.
Yeah. And
he's got a bunch of ammunition there. He's got a bunch more here. And I forgot to go to the gun shop today because he bought another 4570, had it shipped here in my name as a present for me.
I'm going to be real honest. I'm like with probably half of the women out there. I have a hell of a time cocking a gun. I do not have the hand strength. So I prefer a rifle versus like a 9mm, just for the fact that I can't cock one.
Yeah.
I do have or had a PT. They make them in a 9 and a 25, and those are really easy for women because you can
speak of the devil and she
load
appears.
them to the top. So that's like really easy. And then also I would suggest a revolver.
There she is, folks.
There she is.
There she is.
If you're a lady and you need help,
that's who you go to get trained.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a revolver is really good too if you can't cock a gun. I have big issues with that because, well, my hands are small and I can't.
Courtney, I got something for you, and it's something I still want to get. I got several 6-shooter single action 22s and double action 22s. H&R handy gun 9-shot revolver in 22.
Oh, nice.
You swap out the cylinder, 9-shot in 22 Magnum.
Oh, nice.
That I've handled them. I mean, the hammer action on it is easy. The double action on it is easy.
Yeah.
And of course, like I said, I do have a lot of single action guns around here because I was raised doing quick draw competition, which is all single action. But these are just the 22s. I have to be careful because I'm used to something with a little bit more resistance on it.
Hey, Cottonwood. Yeah.
It's Raquel. How you doing, Raquel?
Hey, Raquel.
I'm just speaking from the woman's side of guns. Yeah. I have a hell of a time cocking a gun. I can't do. I've tried. I've had guys try to tell me how to hold it and push it this way, and I just don't have the strength. I just don't. I'm not that strong.
You got to find the right gun because the spring action on it, and some of you get the spring action retooled to different springs for the tension on it. My mom was the same way. She had a 25 caliber that her froze. She had a 25 caliber automatic or semi-auto pistol.
It's like an
automatic. Actually, it wasn't her first. It was her first husband. They were only married for a couple of months, and he got shot down during World War II.
That's horrible.
He'd given her this 25 caliber to use, and it is so smooth and easy.
Yeah.
But you can get check with a lot of manufacturers, and there are certain ones that are easy. I know the Glock Model 29 small frame has a whole bunch of custom things for lighter springs, longer barrels you can get on it. All the aftermarket stuff you can get on it. And a lot of women are liking that because it's a small frame that fits smaller hands.
Yeah. It cracks me up because in the movies, you always see all these people, they're just cocking these guns and they're always looking real smooth. And the woman's all the badass cocking the gun. And you're just like, that ain't right.
Oh,
for real.
Yeah. When you said that, it made me think of one of the movies, The Expendables 3 with Rosie in there. And she's flipping, beating all the guys up. And
Yeah.
But being a lefty throws things in too. My wife is a lefty, and she wants a rifle, one of the rifles that has the changeable ports on it. And I've looked at them. I've got a list of ones that when she wants me to start buying them, that you can just take out 4 screws, take out a pin, over to the other side, put the pin in, put the plate and the 4 screws back on the other side, and ejects the other side.
What do they call those things for the revolver? Is it called a quick load?
Speed loaders.
Speed loaders.
Speed loader, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those are nice too. If you don't, have like
those
already filled for you, so you could just
work on double action fold out revolvers.
Yeah.
Most of your single action revolvers, it doesn't fold out. It has a little I would show it here, but I'd probably get in trouble. It has a thing that pops out on it, and you just have to load it one at a time.
Yeah.
But
there's certain rules on YouTube and stuff. We can't show guns and we can't show shooting guns and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. So we got to respect that. But yeah,
Just a second. Let me check something here. Is Hallie Hallie, if you have a link you want to throw up, you got a wrench. You can put the link in there. Let me check something over here. I need to look at something here.
That's really awesome, Huga, that you have you're locked and ready to go. That's good.
I'm going to go ahead.
Yep.
I've seen her being having wrenches elsewhere, so I'm going to give triple thread a wrench, and I'm going to where Cottonwood. Yeah, I forgot to give Cottonwood a wrench. There we go. All right, just throwing some more wrenches in here.
Cottonwood's
I like seeing a feel the blue in there, because if a troll comes in there, it's going to be a Mad Max fight to see who gets the troll first.
Yeah.
Oh, she has a 38. You go, girl.
Yeah. Nice.
I had a 357, and I used to shoot 38s from it because the 357 load is pretty hardcore. Never forget going to the shooting range, shooting that. You had everybody turning their head because it was like, boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basic difference between 38 and 357. 38 shell casings say it's that long. 357 is that long. Exact same diameter. All they did is they made it longer and gave it a fancy name on it.
Yeah.
And
38 hammerless is really good too to have, like, for if you like have one of those gun carrying purses. That's really good to put in there.
Yeah.
The thing too, if you're going to go to a range to practice, a lot of people feel like, according to they get 38s. Go with 38 wad cutters. Basically, the lead is maybe that much past the end of the casing, and all it is to cut hole. It's a wad cutter to cut holes in the target, and that's what we used in all the police academies I was at, in training and teaching at. Everybody shot wad cutters because it's so much cheaper.
We need to put up some cameras because somebody was shooting on our property.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Nah.
Also, you need to stop throwing up.
Yeah.
Private property, no hunting allowed. Well,
we've had those up and people keep on ripping them down.
So that's what you need.
Sounds like you need to go out there and camp for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
and camouflage.
Tree stand. But before you put the signs up, you put the cameras aiming at the signs, so you see who's tearing them down.
We're putting up cameras soon, anyways, because
so nice
hunting
to meet you.
season's coming.
Get off my property.
Hopefully it was my brother-in-law, but
why would he tear down your signs?
He wouldn't tear down our signs.
Yeah.
He was just out there shooting probably or something.
Yeah. But he wouldn't leave the cans out there that he was shooting. He wouldn't.
Oh, Where to Begin says they have those new cameras out. It'll take a picture and send it to your phone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I didn't
He
know
has
they
some of those. We're going to get some more. Yeah.
See you later, CR.
Bye, honey.
CR.
Yeah, some of the new ones, those of you going with all the super high tech smartphones with all the internet linkage and stuff. Yeah, you can have them where they send it that. You can also have the cameras if they're in range of the Wi-Fi signals to send it to your computer.
To your phone.
To your phone, but you get the Wi-Fi cameras, which don't have to use the internet or use phone data to transmit them.
Yeah.
Speaking of the same thing, you can also, if you have for your modem for your internet, you can get what's up. Most of them, not all. Has a thing on the back where you can either take off one of the antennas or you can plug in a cable for it to go outside for an outdoor and Wi-Fi antenna.
Mm.
So it's still your password and everything else, but it's spread it over a larger area.
Mm. We don't have Wi-Fi out there yet, though.
Okay, Carol, no problem. Hopefully he starts feeling better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I had to go into the gun talk, but I just, when people say that they say things, I just wanted to, just put it out there, Sometimes when other women hear from another woman, they feel more comfortable too.
Yeah.
One of the things that one of the rifles I took back to my wife, was my first rifle that I bought for myself. Was a 22 Remington nylon 66. It was the Apache Black, and it has a tube that goes through the stock. And my wife was looking at it and goes, "This is a pain in the butt." And fortunately, my youngest son Matthew's still there, and he goes, "That's easy. Dad showed me how to do it. I can load it for you." So if she ever, when she ever needs him to load, needs to load it, he can teach her. But probably my first rifle was an old Remington 10-shot bolt action. And I got a scope on it now, and that thing has been through several wars, scout camp and hunting and hiking and being dropped and anything else. But it's still accurate. It's great. It's bulletproof, and it's a nice lightweight, and it reaches out and it touches things. In high school, I used to hunt coyotes with it.
My mom used to have a 22 that my dad bought her and taught her how to shoot. And so I learned how to shoot with that, and then learned to shoot other guns too. But yeah.
Okay.
We won't talk about the other stuff we have.
I would like a Polish military issue shooter, but that would be
Just the one. Images. Okay. I'm going to share something here. Is this one here? I got to go to the right page to do it.
Those are Western guns.
Mm-hmm.
9-shot revolver. That's what I'm talking about. That looks like it's got the 8-inch barrel on it. But and don't let anybody tell you have to get a short barrel. Get whatever barrel you feel good at. But when I went through the police academies, my 8 3/8-inch barrel, I tied for first place for on the pistol competition. Everybody else, the three of us had the 8 3/8-inch barrel. Everybody else had the 4-inch barrels. They looked like crap on the target trying to hit it.
Yeah.
And so these are, some of these are double action.
Yeah, he can show them. He just can't show you shooting them.
I can't hold them here and do them on a live stream.
You can show them, but not show them.
Yeah. So, and right here where my thing's on it, I'm not sure I can zoom it up, but that's that opens up for to reload. So you load it on the one side. If you see a gun and it has the spring thing on it, it's single action.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to open up the far side, turn it around, and open up this little part right here behind the cylinder to load it. And what that spring thing does over here, it pushes the old cartridge out. And that's what I was talking about, the pre-charged pneumatics. The pre-charged pneumatics can be insane with the power they put out there. Maccabee Speed is one of the guys that's all sorts of videos on shooting stuff, and it's incredible the footage. He's getting stuff at 900 and to 999 feet per second coming out of there. That's faster than the speed of sound.
Yeah.
Right. It's going to make a crack just from the bullet going through the air. And the stuff he does on his metal targets and stuff is, is amazing. You see it, and the one thing he was doing when he shot the 72 caliber Zeus, he had a malfunction the one time. It dumped the entire tank. It just dumped it all in the first shot back from the shop. He set a world record for speed for firing a 72 caliber rifle, and it devastated the target. I personally A17 Pearl Handle 22. Probably, yeah, those little short 22s and stuff. Yeah, those are made for within 5 feet of the other person. I gotta get with them on that and figure out a time to make sure I can do it. I can't do too early in the morning on Saturday because I'm on fishes, too late night, and having to do my midnight ride on Thursday.
Yeah,
I'd be tired on her late.
Days of not being able to sleep would suck.
Yeah, but if he does it around 10 o'clock my time, Mountain time, which is noon Eastern time, I could do it. Just remove your big shoes and drop steel boots. Yeah, steel boots you can throw some. But yeah, there are a bunch of neat rifles. Let me see if I can find the other one here. Oh, probably the most popular 22 rifle in America. 10, 22. Boom. Here we go. The Ruger 10-22 ranch rifle.
Or the one that looks all tactical.
Well, they changed this. This is the ranch rifle. It shoots. This one says it shoots 22, but the it used 22. You get the
that looks like the one my mom had.
Yeah, you can get it with the. It comes with a 10-shot. That's why it's a 10-22 10-shot rotary magazine, where you get the longer ones, and you can get the ones with just the pistol grip on it. You can get the ones with the where's the fold-out stock here? Well, you got all these different types of stock setups for them. They have the ones with the fold-out stocks. It's basically the core rifle, and they just change the stock on it to look like that, to look like this, whatever. It doesn't improve it. It just makes it look tactical.
Yeah, just looks cool.
Just looks badass.
Yeah. So.
But the old wooden one works too.
Oh, the old wooden one is that's what I prefer, is the old wooden one.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look like anything special, but I can slam a 50-round stick in there, or I can slap in the 250-round drum into it. And you got 250 rounds in there, you're going to scare the crap out of somebody when you start firing. And you're not pausing to reload. But the other Ruger that I have is the mini ranch rifle. That brings it up right. So here's the mini ranch rifle. It's a 223. That's the same thing as that assault rifle, the AR-15 or the M16. It's a ranch rifle. Mini 14 ranch rifle.
Anything that has a clip in it of any kind, people freak out about.
Proper terminology.
Magazine.
Magazine.
It's okay.
Yeah. There's a big difference. A clip. All right. Did anybody see the Sergeant York movie? Gary Cooper, and he pulls out the thing and he puts it on top and he slides the bullets out of the little holder. That's a clip. The clip does not go into the gun. It holds the bullets, so you push the bullets into the gun. And sorry, I used to teach firearm safety and stuff, and that is pet peeve. Magazines is what fits into it, and a clip is what holds things. Think of a paper clip. A paper clip holds papers together. A rifle clip holds the ammo together. And so, anyways, those are some of those things there. So, so we went kind of off
night tip top
off topic here, but I think we kind of hit the other topic as much as can. If gold gets taken, I like Anthony said, he really doesn't see it happening in the next 20, 30, 40 years or so. But hey, idiots get in power and they do stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, Captain Crazy's in power.
I would suggest, since that 2009 incident, I would probably suggest going to a gold place and getting maybe your gold tested.
Yeah.
Or something. to make sure that it is gold all the way through.
Yeah, exactly.
And not something else.
But the thing is, though, I couldn't find any articles on fake silver bars.
Yeah.
So, and the Underground, one of the channels I follow until YouTube unsubscribed me from him, he talks about stacking silver instead of gold.
Yeah.
And silver has been gaining more than gold lately. So, but whatever. Let's see. Anything else here? Jars. Oh yeah, stock jars.
Yes.
Canning jars. One of the things that just ticks me off is my location. But I love my location. I see all these people posting on Facebook on Rebel Canners. Oh, Lehman's has this on sale, or so-and-so has these cases of jars. Some of the brands you don't see
telling you though,
West, but they're popular back east. And it's like
they go out fast though here.
If you don't have lids, who cares? You go out there and you buy jars. Jars have new lids. You can never have too many jars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jars break accidentally. Yeah. It happens. Poop happens.
Yeah.
And if you get some of the find at estate sales, some of the old lids, do not pass them up. When I'm talking the old lids, hang on a second here. I'm talking lids. Hang on, I'm going to make myself big, guys.
Kerr.
All right. These are, my mom had these back in the 70s. All right. And she was canning with these. These are, when I test these against modern lids, these weigh about at least 50% more. They're thicker metal. They're thicker rubber. Mm-hmm. These are still good. And people have been posting.
I think bought out for a while ago.
Yeah.
If they'll find these in estate sales, everyone sees they'll see, oh, those are old. I don't want those. They're no good. They pick them up dirt cheap because the people can't get rid of them. And they use them and they get 100% seals on them because these are made to be, technically they weren't made to be, but they were made to be used over again several times. And my grandmother and great grandmother used to use these. They use them for pressure canning once or twice, 2, maybe 3 times, and the rest of the time water bath.
Yeah.
Now that is not approved, canning approved, to reuse your lids.
Yeah.
However, people do it all the time. But I'm not going to say to do that.
Yeah. Not with the modern ones. I won't say to do it with the modern ones. Now, if you go back over on Camp Patton Family Compound 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks? Was it 3 weeks? On the live stream, it was about canning lids. That's all it was about. All the different ones. The reusable ones and stuff. And I showed on it, and actually, hang on a second here. Monday night canning lids. There we go. I'm going to bring it up here and show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah, tabblers are good, and you can reuse them, I think, 4 or 5 times.
10 times. It says 10 times on the package.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
And then you just got to replace the rubber gasket.
Yeah.
Not the whole thing.
And I'm betting you could use them more than that if you had to.
Oh, yeah. And,
And boy, do they seal nice. Oh, my goodness. I'm impressed with them.
Yeah, so that's what they're talking about is Tatler.
Yeah.
And there's some, Courtney
Somebody wrote Tiddler in the chat yesterday or something. Superb. That's the
those are special kind of Tatler lids.
That's what Tammy and I are doing the sponsorship with.
Okay, these last 2 here. Seals up to 18 months. This is up in Canada, brand from Canada. This one here, now up to 18 months. And this is, I can't,
They will all say that.
Yeah. Sorry, but 10 years.
Yep.
We have my mom canned stuff, and 10 years later, still sealed, no failures, and the food was still good inside.
I don't know what you mean. She said, White Family Farm just pulled up listing. It says dome lid for smallmouth jars. Are they the same as other lids? I don't think so.
Hang
Give
on.
me a second.
Kaylin?
Barry.
Kaylin, you do got a yeah. Kaylin, if you can pull that up, if you can put the link to that so I can into the chat, and I'll pull it up here to take a look at it. And I can show it. Yeah, Amazon has some fake stuff, and that's where this one here is listed on Amazon, and you can tell that it's a foreign type stuff, but they put it on that on it there.
Yeah, no, a dome lid is completely different.
All right.
And just be careful. Don't buy them on Amazon. If you can, go to the Layman's website. Buy them from Layman's. Have them shipped to your house. I know it's expensive, but Amazon will rip you off that way.
Amazon has been really expensive for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or go to an Amish store.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of news I went over a couple weeks ago for the. That was on the 18th. So on the 18th of July. So it's been a month already. Dang. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
So when I did the canning lids, I talked about some of the things to watch out for in some of the cans as well. Yeah. Tatler, reusablecanninglids.com.
Those they're Tiddler lids.
Yeah.
I don't know who wrote that in the chat the other night, but I laughed so hard.
Yeah. Well, they're special kinds. They're for tits. What can I say?
Oh. So, if you're worried about gold being confiscated and you have gold, I'm not sure. I think gold prices are up right now. Dump it. Buy canning jars, pressure canners, whatever you need, seeds, books.
It was where to begin. It said it. No, you're fine. You don't need to apologize. It was freaking hilarious. I was laughing so hard. I think it was just a typo.
Some of the best things in the side chats are typos.
Yeah. I say the best things in side chats.
Yeah. Let me see if I can bring this over here. So if you're going to stockpile stuff, let me grab it here. If I can go in your account, let me go in here. Where is it?
Okay,
Canning?
Okay.
Farm animals. Okay. From one of my wish lists, 2 books. Butchering Poultry, Rabbit, Lamb, Goat, and Pork. Comprehensive photographic guide to the humane slaughtering and butchering. Butchering beef. Bigger animal, more things to do, and more cuts to make and everything else. But yeah, so those are some other books. So get knowledge. Stock up on knowledge. They can't steal your knowledge from you.
Yep.
Oh shoot! I forgot to check that out. I missed it. Dang it! I wasn't there when they did the giveaway. Crap. Someone was giving away a
freeze dryer.
I think it was
I want one, but at the same time, don't they require a lot of maintenance and stuff?
They require a certain amount of maintenance, but the newer ones they're making it easier and easier to do the maintenance on it.
Oh, okay.
Some of the new ones they're selling now compared to 6 years ago, it's the difference between a Volkswagen Bug and a Ford Mustang.
Oh wow.
Hey, stop
Yeah.
it. The camera can hear you.
So,
Doug's licking his privates. It's kind of loud.
Close that door mainly because Ellie Mae sits in that chair and licks herself.
Yeah.
It looks so horrible when I'm live.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
sorry guys.
Good boy. Good boy, Astro. Yes.
CB, I don't know if City Prepping's doing it. There's been several channels over the last year that were doing it. The one that was just doing it.
Oh, did we lose him for good?
I hope not. There he goes. He's coming back to us. Is there life in him? He moved.
Now
Can't
we can't
hear.
hear him.
Oh, he's got his mic.
And when it freezes my camera, it automatically mutes my mic too.
Oh,
weird.
Yo, spaced out, man. How's the Cheech and Chong?
Oh Lord.
He was time traveling.
Yeah, I was back in that van of theirs with that small doobie.
Yeah, right.
Now that would have been my cousin doing that. You had designated drivers for drinkers. I was the designated lookout for my cousins. All right, I don't see anybody around. Nope, grandma's is still in the house. Your parents are in their house. No one's coming out to check the tree fort.
Okay, so what is this? This is your last Tactical Tuesday of the month? What's going on?
On the last Tuesday of the month, I do one of these fear porn ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do next month.
I believe
I
it's
don't
the
have
last
one in the
Tuesday
list.
of this month already.
If someone has a fear porn topic they want me to address next month, either put it in the chat real quick here or just email me at use the Camp Patton Family Compound email. It's easier.
Yes, I have, Hugo.
And I'll add it to the list. Max Headroom.
Do you
I
need
used to
help
like
with
that show. I actually like Max Headroom.
I've done 5 of them. It's pretty easy.
Well, all I'm saying is, all right, the difference between a Volkswagen Bug and a Ford Mustang, one gets up and goes, and the other one just goes.
Is that a fear porn title there, Fishes? How to avoid being a hooker when SHTF?
No, that's not a fear porn. That's an educational video. We'll get Bob in to help teach us on that one. Okay. We went to the way of guns and stuff for hunting and everything else. What is the one type of weapon for gathering food that they don't regulate in any way, shape, or form? And they've been using it for thousands of years.
I assume you mean a crossbow. A bow and arrow.
Yeah. It's Hunger Game time. No, but yeah.
How to not become a brothel? What are we making soup?
How not to become a brothel staff in this thing. Yeah. Yeah. So, if you're going to stock something, stock education, stock food, stock water, medicines, books, because when the time comes, if you know how to do something that nobody else knows how to do, they're going to pay you for that to do whatever it is that needs to be done there, like that. If you know how to salvage solar panels and make them work again, that may be something there. If you know how to can, it's like, hey, you bring me some jars and your food, I will can the stuff for you for so many jars per batch that I get to keep. That's one way to get food. If you got the pressure canner and everything else, and people need to get
Fishes,
food canned,
they don't. I hate to tell you, in a situation where an SHTF, you got to do whatever you can to protect yourself and your family, because there are going to be a-holes out there that will take advantage of you in that kind of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will, like, if you're not a victim, it means you're with a group that will protect you.
Yeah. And the other thing to realize too, from some of these other countries and stuff, and Bob's talked about it with his wife. His wife learned it. It's like, okay, I am no longer a sissy girl. I am Amazon Wonder Woman, and I'm going to cut your gonads off.
Yeah.
So cool, Pass McQuaddy. I love to see that. And so, and if you don't know anything about archery, there's a little book out there to buy called from Boy Scouts called the Archery Merit Badge pamphlet. It has all this information in there on how to make arrows, how to attach fletchings, how to do everything. And then you can go from that, you can go on to more in-depth stuff on how to make bows and stuff and all other fun stuff. Oh, I love throwing knives too. The scout camp that my boys went to the most was called Camp Wolfboro. They had something outside the realm of normal scouting stuff, because they had they had what's called the Marksman Rocker. It was a little patch you get to wear next to your emblem on your shirt. And to get the rocker, you had to do the qualification, marksman qualification for rifle, for shotgun, for archery. Then you had to go over to the one shack. I forget what the shack was called, but there they had the tomahawk throwing and the knife throwing things, which they don't have merit badges for that. That was just fun stuff. And if you complete all 5 of them, you get the rocker.
Cool.
My boys all had the rocker.
Huga, if you go over to Traditional Living's Homestead channel, I believe that they have a whole thing on rabbits, and they do have how to process.
Yeah.
They basically, I mean, I could talk you through it once you're doing it. Like, even if you wanted to talk to me on the phone or whatever, that's fine. But they would give you the know-how. But I'd be there for you no matter what.
Fishes, you don't have to learn something like Krav Maga. If you just go and take like a self-defense class.
Yeah.
That is more than what you need to know. You don't need to be a black belt.
Right.
More than likely your opponents. I mean, if you just know basic self-defense, more likely you're gonna.
One of the things to learn if you go to one of these self-defense places, make sure they teach the what do I want to call it? The dumbed down stuff. Basically, it's like 10 basic moves, and that's what they concentrate on for basic self-defense. And that's what you practice. If you become really good at that, you're not going to be in it for a long haul competition fight. You want to inflict pain, deter the guy a little bit, and get the hell out of there.
Yep.
All right. This is Living Traditions. Playlists. Do they have the one on rabbit meat, chicken, meat, goat? Where's the one on rabbits? Chicken tractor. Crud. Raising pigs for meat. But anyways, she about 3 years ago, when they were still living in Oregon or Washington.
No, they weren't living out this way at all.
Okay, that's the wrong one then. I thought this was the one that was okay. There was one. Maybe it's simple.
Oh, you're talking about Good Simple Living.
Yes.
Yeah. She has a very good one where you see close up in detail. I don't know if they're still up though. If those videos are still up.
I'm subscribed to this one too.
Yeah,
Good
because there's
Simple
rules
Living.
now on YouTube where you can't butcher anything. Like even the Stivers couldn't even show their goats giving birth.
Yeah.
They didn't get monetized
Yeah,
for it.
they pulled a lot of stuff down here. But you might contact. She might still have them upmarked as private or unlisted, where you have to have the link to go view them.
Yeah.
But the traditional living, I think they have it where they walk it through without showing anything.
Yeah.
So they may still have something up.
I
But I could literally, I mean, if you email me, I'll give you my phone number, Huga, and we can talk you through it.
Yeah. Okay. They got rid of their was it Patreon channel, I think. I thought they had it elsewhere. There's videos elsewhere that, other than, they showed it on YouTube and they loaded it up elsewhere. But I guess they closed that one down because it wasn't.
For a good self-defense thing, I learned from the security guard that I used to work with. He told me the best thing to do is to not kick them in the balls, because more than likely, once you kick, they got you. Don't kick them in the kneecaps. Best thing to do is use the palm of your hand and hit them right in the nose.
Yeah.
You hit them right directly in the nose, and it can blind them. It can hurt so bad that they're going to grab their face, whatever. It gives you enough time.
May even kill them.
Gives them enough time to run.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, I'll kick them in the balls. Well.
Oh, yeah. You know what happens usually when someone tries kicking someone in the balls? They overshoot, and then the person just locks their legs together and they have your foot trapped.
Yeah.
And they got you.
Yeah.
Now, if you're fighting my husband, go ahead and kick him in the balls, because you're not going to get to his face.
Laura, they ain't going to be able to kick him in the balls. They're going to have to punch him in the balls.
That's so true.
All right. Pepper spray.
Yes.
Is a double-edged sword. Actually, it's a triple-edged sword, and 3 of those edges are going to cut you, because
it can come back on you.
99 times out of 100, it's going to get back on you.
Just make sure
you're downwind.
Check the wind before you spray.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're downwind
Yeah.
when you're trying to defend yourself.
And some people, it does not affect.
Yeah.
You can spray somebody, and they're going to go, can I have some more?
Mm-hmm. Now, you're better off with the bear one, because it actually usually...
Do they have a spray out now where it doesn't exactly hurt them, but it sprays them with a chemical?
No, I don't know.
That can be seen in a black light?
They have sprays. Both they have pepper spray, CN gas, CS gas sprays. That's the tear gas stuff, and other ones that have the dye in it.
Oh, okay.
And some have the dye. You can just see. You don't need a black light to see it.
Oh.
But the most nasty one that you can get out there, and it's very hard to find it. Very hard. Skunk spray.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times you spray a guy with that, and he's going to be retching.
Yeah.
But then the same thing is, though, you're going to get it on yourself too. So.
Yeah.
There was something from back in the mid 80s for ladies. It was these little vials that you clip to your bra straps. And yes, you got you stinking too, because it had essence of Pepe Le Pew in it. So the guy went to grab to pull stuff off, usually breaking his hand.
Oh.
Yeah, after about 5 years, I didn't see that anymore on the market.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's not out there, but they just weren't advertising as much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, skunk spray, not to be confused with beaver juice.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Pass McQuaddy. That reminds me of a T-shirt out there. You see them a lot on Facebook. My grandpa, or my dad is blank, 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 blank. He, touch me and they'll never find your body. I can't remember how to cook, but I used to be able to. Yeah. I can't do a lot of stuff I used to do anymore. My knees going bad, ankles going bad, but I'm still a 8th degree black belt in Smith & Wesson.
They also have those lights that they're like a strobe light.
Yeah.
That you can shine in people's faces, and those work pretty well.
Yeah.
It might give you time to get away.
The good ones that are really bright.
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, you got to make sure those things eat batteries.
Yeah.
Because they're putting out such a bright light.
So don't play with them.
Yeah.
Skunk juice.
Yeah, skunk juice. It's better than beaver juice. That's a joke.
Doesn't smell like a bakery.
That's a joke from Courtney's channel. So you want to find out about beaver juice? Go over there when you're going to sign up for the weight loss challenge. Oh, so everybody's saying I'm sure if everybody. Yeah. All right. Going to mention it again here. We just had the signups today. Courtney started it last night. Got stuff going on it. Doing the Wide Family Farm weight challenge. Got 2 teams going on. The Laura is the captain of the Overhedgers, and then in the side chat, Fishes and Loaves Life is the captain of Jaws, Team Jaws, and we got how many on each team now? 6 or 7?
Let's see.
I have 8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on Fishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 on Hedges.
Yeah, so we got 8 people on each team so far. There's room for more to join, and we're gonna help each other lose weight.
We need the dedication though too.
Yeah.
Don't join if you're not going to be committed because
your leaders are serious.
Yeah, and they'll make a team lose if you don't lose the weight.
Yeah. Hey, Glenn. Yeah, the official weigh-in date is September 4th. And you only have to share your weight with the team captains only. You don't have to share it with anybody else unless you're like me. And I'm going to make a video once a week showing what my weight is so I can shame myself into losing more weight.
You won't make me do it for you? I'm his team captain.
Anybody can shame me into losing more weight. That's why I'm making a video. I want people to ride my butt and,
I'm so happy to have so many men in my group. I'm just saying.
And seriously, is on our team.
Yep.
The Jaws team is really going to have to work their asses off because we don't have that many men, and it's a known fact that men can drop weight like that. So you guys have
that. I dispute that. It took me months and months.
Easy for him to say.
To lose 15 pounds. I mean, it took me like 7 months of trying to lose weight.
But anybody can make the videos and do your weight loss journey. Just, tag the group in it so they can be inspired too, Yeah. And I will make a video on it, a video on like how to do it and how to do the hashtags. So then,
there's the hashtag for Team Jaws. And so that's what's going on over there on Wide Family Farm. One of the community building things we're doing.
Yep.
All right. Fishy says she's not shaming, she's educating. Well, I need shaming, okay?
I'll only shame the men, that's all.
Well, here's what I'm shamed of. My wife went back to California. I got a little depressed and I started snacking again.
Yeah.
And I put back on 6 pounds.
Yeah. I put on a couple pounds back after I lost a bunch of weight. And I had to be put on medicine, so I have to get back on it too. And so I'm in it. I'm in it just as hard as you guys. So there will be no shame, really. There'll be mostly nice encouragement.
If I gain weight, you need to shame me.
Okay.
Not be gaining weight.
I bought my first thing of protein powder today. So I'll be doing protein powder a couple times a day.
I have protein bars.
I got protein bars. If I feel like I can't do the powder, I will switch it up with the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the one
I can't do the dairy, so that's the problem.
There's a video I put it out there last night. I'm trying to find it here real quick so I can. Okay, Family Compound YouTube Health. There it is. The video is called "Reversing Type 2 Diabetes Starts with Ignoring the Guidelines," and it's Dr. Sarah Halberg, and she did a thing at TEDx at Purdue. And put it there, and then I'm going to add to it the link here. So there it is, and that video there is what actually got me actually losing weight instead of gaining weight back at the beginning of the year. And so,
and please don't take pills. Please don't do that.
Unless it's vitamins.
Yeah.
Vitamins, yeah. Diet pills are deadly.
It's actually really smart to take a multivitamin when you're dieting because you have so much going on. Your body can actually crave things. So that multivitamin can actually balance some things out.
Where is it here? Years ago, I met a guy. His name was Mark Hughes. He got into diet stuff, natural diet stuff, because his mother died on diet pills, and he founded Herbalife.
Yeah.
So, all right, we've gone an hour and 40 minutes. Woo!
We actually got into some pretty good conversations.
So.
Yeah. I like it when the conversations start rolling and taking a life of their own.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Carol's right. Stay away from the energy drinks.
Yes. You don't need any heart attacks.
Yeah, especially the Rockstar Super, which I don't think they make anymore.
Yeah.
One of the people that was one of the supervisors over at TSA, when I go down there on the night shift to inspect, she'd go through 3 of those a night.
Wow.
The big ones.
That's ridiculous.
And at night she's like, okay, we need to get this done. We need to get that. It's like, dang, slow down.
Yeah, those little 5-hour energy things.
Yeah.
If that's going on, you're not eating enough protein. And if you can't go number 2, then you need a little fiber,
Or in your vitamins, make sure you're taking the make sure you have magnesium supplements in your diet.
Yes.
That does help you go.
Yes.
Thank
God, I don't. Yeah.
There's interesting Fishes put up. I didn't know about that. Highball is a brand that is natural. Have to look into that.
Just because it's natural, it doesn't mean that it's healthy.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you really got to watch out for with natural products. It still can be a risk for somebody with heart disease.
Yeah.
So please be careful. Please.
The other thing is, don't eat after 6 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is usually, figure, 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed, don't eat. Your biggest meal of the day should be breakfast.
Yep.
Okay, anything else today? Okay, all right. I think we're going to wrap it up here. So wait, tomorrow is Wednesday. Who's on tomorrow? At what time?
Me. 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock.
Okay, and that is...
Or I should say 2 o'clock and 11 o'clock for if you're doing by the Eastern time.
Yeah, okay.
So.
And then Thursday, back to GrayManPrepping at 11:55 p.m. Eastern time for the midnight ride.
If you can handle that.
And 3 times
now,
it's gone.
I might be doing the midnight ride a lot if I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
I'll get on there so I can talk myself out of some food.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, and then Friday is Courtney at 10 Eastern.
I'm not shaming you, fishes. I'm not shaming you, fishes.
Friday.
This Friday, it's 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard, and we're doing a class with Tammy on how to write ebooks.
That's right. Okay, yeah. So it's 2 hours later, and Tammy's going to be talking about writing ebooks. Yeah. So
it's at 2? Then?
And what was that?
Is it at 2 then, Courtney?
No, it's 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 noon.
12 noon.
It's at high noon.
Gear, are you doing the weight loss thing? Because I don't have you on the list. Did you say you wanted to do it?
Okay.
I can't remember if you said you did.
So anything you want, if you want, I'm waiting for Gear to answer that. If you want to find out about the weight loss one, last night's live on Wide Family Farm was a big part of it. What else here? Okay, Saturday. Who's going live on Saturday?
Usually it's Cosmics.
Fishes is also doing her 11:30 Friday.
Friday night. Friday night.
Yep.
11 o'clock is Friday. Yay. And that's Friday night. Saturday is Cosmic Cultivators doing their live. Sunday is Courtney doing live at what time?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock Eastern.
And that's the day we all start our diet, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And
so exciting.
And then on Monday, I go live at 8 Eastern for the Fireside chat, and going to be talking about the Asian jumping worm. This is on Camp Patton Family Compound, my other channel. So we're talking about the Asian jumping worm threat to gardens and just the environment in general, because they don't have any natural predators over here. And then Courtney goes live at 10 o'clock Eastern Monday night.
Yes.
All right.
For Media Monday, it's going to be our big event with Blue from the Loo.
News from Blue in the Loo.
I can't wait.
And then we start the whole thing over again. And so also next Tuesday, we're going to here on GrayManPrepping. The topic is, what is the progression of your prepper pantry? Hey, that kind of ties into tonight's a little bit. Don't stock gold, stock food. So we'll be talking about what is the progression of your prepper pantry. We'll talk about ways to keep track of it, things that just all different things about working your prepper pantry. So you have to come in and pick up on that. Don't want to get too much stuff away on it. Where'd it go? There it is. Boom. One of the things my wife does all the time is in the morning, she goes out for a brisk walk in the morning. And if she really wants to exercise while she's walking, she takes along those little wrist weights or the little barbell ones. Hey, which actually make great self-defense. So, all righty, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for and I knew I forgot something here. Or is it where? There it is. Yes. Show your support for those on the panels here. And everyone else, if you see someone in the side chat there that sounds informative to you, check out, see if they have videos or not.
Done, Cosmic.
All righty, folks. Thanks for coming in. Hope you learned something. And we'll see you tomorrow on Hedgehog's Homestead.
Yep.
All right.